Well, if you're looking for more home affordability, you might be getting it. It might be right around the corner. Let me explain this data. So the big news for today was Federal Chairman Powell was going to speak in front of this big committee and basically give us guidance. It was like a Federal Reserve meeting. He was going to give us guidance on what the Federal Reserve plans to do in the next coming meetings. Well, the anticipation is they're going to raise rates in the September meeting at least 0.5% to 0.75%. But let's put that on the back burner right now. While the Federal Reserve Chairman was speaking, and their biggest goal, and if you see every news channel, it's either Federal Chairman Powell, inflation, or recession. Okay, that's the headline news everywhere. So what he did is he came out and said, we are planning on keeping on the course because our number one goal is to crush inflation. We don't care what happens to housing. We don't care what happens to the job market. Our number one goal right now is to basically crush the inflation front. And one big piece of that puzzle is housing. And they did a fantastic job because so far in 2022, we've seen mortgage rates double. We've seen housing supplies that actually increase substantially because demand is actually really pulling back. So put this in the context, in the next coming months, you need to be prepared if you're looking to buy your first home or maybe your first investment property. So let's put some of this data into context. The first thing I want to do is go to the economic calendar for today. I want to look at, there was one piece of this equation that came out today, and it's inflation. Okay, the number one inflationary chart or barometer that the Federal Reserve monitors is what's called the PCE, and you can see that down below here in the chart. Last month's reading actually came in at 0.6, one of the highest we've seen in months, if not decades. The new number, well, the expectations was for it to drop down to 0.3. It actually plummeted all the way down to 0.1. So the inflation numbers are starting to come back in line. But how's the stock market reacting to the federal chairman's speech today that he just gave? It doesn't like it. If you can see here, Dow plummets 400 points after Powell reiterates Fed will continue to raise rates. Okay, so let me put this in the context for you a little bit, what I would do in this market. So if I'm looking at being a first-time home buyer, maybe I'm looking to buy my first investment property, would I be buying today? Probably not today. I might be starting to look. Okay, but what would I do? I would get myself prepared. Okay, how do you do that? Well, the first thing you want to do is look at your credit. How's your credit? Is it in good position? Could it be better? It could probably always be better. Well, with Congress and President Biden actually eliminating $10,000 from student loan debt, that might have just freed up a $10,000 bill that you were paying on maybe $200-300 a month. So that might have freed up that equation. So get yourself in a position to buy that first house or maybe buy that investment property, not today, not tomorrow, but in the months ahead. So that's where I would be in this scenario because we know what's happening. Okay, what caused the housing frenzy was the lowest rates basically in history, no supply, and robust demand. What are we seeing today? Well, mortgage rates doubled. The housing supplies are going out the roof and housing demand is plummeting. So get ready if you're looking to buy into this market or your first home or first investment property. Well, based on this economic news, what's actually going on with rates today? Well, the first thing I want to show you guys is the chart that I watch. So this is my chart. Let me get my head out of this equation because you're going to see a dramatic moves here. This is what's happening in the MBS market, the price of a mortgage-backed security bond. Okay, as Federal Chairman Powell was speaking, I'll go back to my Sesame Street analogy. This chart, is there two lines on there that just don't fit? Well, yep, they're right here. And this is where Federal Chairman Powell was speaking. The markets were overreacting. They thought he was going to be even more hawkish. But then when he finished his speech, they bounced all the way back up to where they were. So the bond market in the mortgage industry likes the news that he gave. Well, based on this information, let me give you the charts why you're here. Well, you're here to look at mortgage rates. So right now we see the MBS market is down 11. You can see that right above my head. But where are mortgage rates? Well, mortgage rates haven't published yet, but this is the report by Mortgage News Daily. This is where we ended yesterday. So you can see right here, you can see that the 30-year fixed rate now is 5.73. Did you realize that only about a week ago this was 5.25? So it's up 0.5% leading into the events of Federal Chairman speaking today. What was the Federal Reserve going to do? Well, the bond market likes this and rates are starting to ease just a little bit, but the stock market doesn't like this. So that's my report for today. So if you're in the market for looking at buying your first home or maybe your first investment property, get ready because I think that time's right around the corner. If you like my data and you'd like to find out more about me and my team, all you need to do is go to therateupdate.com. All of our information is here. Up over here, you can get, there's our phone number. There's a chat bot. What all you have to do is click there. Book a meeting. All you have to do is click that. It'll set up an appointment with me or one of my team, and we'll do a one-on-one Zoom call with you, or maybe even a phone call with you. And we also have this new chat button. So if you see me online, honestly, if you don't have a question or whatever, I'd love for you to at least click it if you see me there and just say hi. So God bless, guys. Thanks so much for watching. I hope you find value in my channel. If you do, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Subscribe down below. And also, I have a subscription to a newsletter down below. You're more than welcome to get that. I don't sell any of the data. It's just for your information to read on a daily basis, and you get a weekly synopsis at the end of the week. So God bless, guys. Have a great, fantastic weekend, and I'll see you on Monday. Take care. Bye-bye.